And it goes a little something like
Hi guys, it's your girl Leah and welcome back to my channel. And I am back today with another video. Yay! I am so happy to be back again with another video. Another Bel-Air season 2 review video, okay? We are on episode 9. We're almost done, guys. If you haven't watched my previous video, you know, my previous video was reviewing episodes 4 through 8. I know it's a long story. I explain it on the video. If you haven't watched that, make sure you go watch that one as well. But we are on episode 9. Let's get into it, okay? I don't even want to waste no time with catching up or anything like that, because like I said in my last video, I don't want to, you know, ramble on and make this video super long. So let's just dive into the video, okay? Okay, let's start off by saying congratulations to Phil. He saved his firm. Congratulations to Phil. He really did that. He did his big one, like Natalie Nunn would say. Okay, if you guys watch Baddies, like, they're always saying that, specifically Natalie. Okay, let me focus, okay. Congratulations, Phil. He saved his firm, thankfully. Finally did it. Got that big account back that really saved the firm. Unfortunately, he had to leave the firm and join the firm that Erica Baker works at, which is his ex-girlfriend. We'll get into her. So unfortunately he had to do that, but you know, like he said, sometimes in life change, you know, it looks different. So he is leaving to a new firm, but he was able to save the firm and keep it intact. And now they don't have to get rid of like any of their employees and all that stuff, so that's great. And then his partner, who he built the firm with, is going to like step up and like be in the forefront, which he was very nervous about, but like he got this. Like, you know, it's his time to be in the forefront and step up, and I know he got this. So, you know, change is a beautiful thing. And yeah, all right, let's get into the Uncle Phil, Aunt Viv, Erica Baker situation. I'm just gonna give my thoughts on it. All of these topics, all of these characters and topics, I'm just gonna give my thoughts on it. So yeah, let's get into it. Not a fan of Erica Baker. I said that in my last video. I don't like her. She's sneaky. Okay, and I'm not gonna be a fan of her. Her coming to the house to bring Viv those flowers weren't even that great, but whatever. It was too much. Like, nobody invited you. Don't come to this woman's house. Y'all are not cool. Y'all are not friends. Like, what are you doing? I just felt like that was just like too intrusive. Like, fall back. But whatever. She came. Her and Viv kind of had you know, their little moment, kind of like, you know, not fully patched up things or anything like that, because Viv is smart and she has her eyes on Erica Baker. Like, she's not an idiot, and we know that. I talked about that in my last video. But they kind of had like this just like nice moment together, but I don't think it was like super real, especially on Erica's part, because she really did it so that Phil could like make his decision and join the firm that she's at. And she does let Phil know that later on in the episode. I just thought that was super shady. But one thing I want to touch on when she was having her little moment with Aunt Viv is that she mentioned that she doesn't have many girlfriends, and I just feel like that's a red flag. I don't know about you, but when another woman tells me that she doesn't have girlfriends, it's just a red flag. I mean, you don't have to agree with me, but this is just my opinion. It's just a red flag to me, because it's like, why don't you have any girlfriends? Is it because you're a snake? And that's probably what it is. I do find that weird, but I don't find that odd or strange for Erica, because I do feel like she's a snake. She's shown that in college with Viv and the whole Phil situation. So I really need Viv to keep an eye out on that whole situation. One thing I don't want them to mess around with is Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil's relationship. Like, I know the show is a drama, but we're not gonna play with that relationship. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Like, we're not doing that, okay? Yeah, I just really love their relationship, and I just think that they're a strong relationship, a strong figure in the show, and I couldn't imagine seeing them not together. So please, Bel-Air, don't piss me off and mess up their marriage or their relationship in the next season or in this season finale. Like, I don't want it, okay? You can do everything with every other character and every other situation in their life, but keep their marriage solid, okay? All right. Also, Viv did decide to take that job offer that she was offered in the last episode. So she will be taking, I forgot her name, but the old Aunt Viv from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air series, the second one. She will be taking her position. She did not want to take the position from another Black woman, and I totally get that, and I hate that like they had to write it in like that, but you know, it is what it is. I do think that Viv is going to be great at the job, and I really think, you know, it's like this season is really Viv's season. She's stepping into her own, like I said before, and I know that she's going to take on this job and be amazing at it. So I am very happy for her. If she got anything out of that phony little moment she had with Erica did give her some career advice and told her to go for the job. So I guess that was the only thing she did, but she would say that because she's a snake, so she doesn't care about hurting people and, like, you know, all of that. So anyways, I'm very happy that Viv, you know, decided to take the job, and I can't wait to see what she does with the role and all that comes with that. All right, next. Okay, so in this episode, Will has to face Doc after finding out that, you know, Doc has been doing some shady stuff behind the scenes. He's been like taking money so that certain players can go to certain colleges and all that stuff. Like, you know, you saw the episode. And Will confronts him in this episode, and overall it was a great scene. I really love that scene. Like, Jabari's acting skills really just like stellar. Like, it really shined through. But overall it was sad because, like I said before, Will always gets the short end of the stick. I feel like when it comes to like mentors and father figures and like people he like really wants a connection with. And it's sad because he's really yearning for that father figure, although he has Uncle Phil, and I don't know really why there's like such a disconnect there. But he really saw that like mentor father figure in Doc, unfortunately, and you know, he ended up just being shady, and it's unfortunate. In that scene, Doc did call Will naive, and Will was like, nah, like, I'm not naive, I just wanted you to be better. You know, he thought so highly of Doc. So to hear about all the shady stuff he was doing really broke Will's heart, and it's just so sad because, you know, the character Will, sometimes he gets on my nerves, like, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, because he could be a little selfish and cocky and all that stuff, but at the core he's a really good kid, and like, he just wants to be accepted and to be loved, especially by like a male figure. And it's so sad that it's just not working out for him. So honestly, that scene was really heartbreaking. But I think that Will kind of opened up Doc's eyes in that scene, because Doc didn't think that what he was doing was wrong, like, at all. And I think Will really did like get to him in that scene and was like, oh damn, I really did hurt this kid, and hopefully he'll do better in the future. I don't know. So overall, sad situation. I'm sad. I'm really sad that Will has to get his heart broken once again. Like, he got his heart broken last season with his father, and now with Doc. Oh, Will. Oh, I just, here, give me a hug. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, poo poo. Now I feel the same way like I feel with Carlton. It's gonna be okay. All right, next, let's get into Will and Jackie. Every time I talk about Jackie in a video, I let you guys know that I am not a fan. Still not a fan. Let's get into it. So Will and Jackie, basically, I hope this is the end. I hope this is the end of Will and Jackie. They got intimate, which was like, why did they have to do that? Like, they needed to have that talk first before they had their little intimate moment. But yeah, after their intimate moment, they had a real talk. The talk that Will wanted to have all along, and she basically admitted, like, hey, like, yeah, I knew what my uncle was doing, but like I couldn't say anything because that's my uncle, which I get. Like, that is her uncle. He's the one who takes care of her, and I get not wanting to, you know, betray your uncle. So I get that part, but it's still shady, like, at the end of the day, you know, because like you're sitting here in front of his face knowing what your uncle does and not saying anything. It's hard. She was in a hard, you know, place to be. I understand that. Whatever. So she tells, like, Will, like, you know, basically Doc was interested in you because of your uncle. He has his own law firm. He has a lot of power, a lot of money, and he can help Doc with, you know, situations that he's going through. And Will clearly was, you know, very hurt by this information that she decided to share. He's already hurt about the whole Doc situation. Then he's beefing with Carlton, and he's just going through a lot right now. And the fact that he felt like Jackie kept this big thing from him, he's once again heartbroken, and he feels like he can't trust or confide in anybody. So it was a really sad situation. This whole episode, I felt really bad for Will because he just kind of kept going through heartbreak over and over again. And even at the end of the episode, you just see like all of these like voices in his head of, like, you know, situations that he's been through. The whole his father coming to see him last season, and the Doc situation, and Jackie and Carlton. It was just a lot. Like, he's really going through a lot, and on top of that, like, he's not with his mom right now, so that definitely has to be hard. The whole transition of being in Bel-Air and then all of this happening all at once, that's a lot for a 17-year-old person to deal with. So I do feel bad for Will. All in all, I hope this is the end of him and Jackie. Don't want to see her anymore. If they show her in the next episode, fine, whatever. Let's wrap it up. Don't need her to go to the 3rd season. Not a fan of the character. Honestly, it's unnecessary. Now, Bel-Air, don't piss me off. Come closer. Don't piss me off and do something stupid like write her that she becomes pregnant with Will's baby. Don't do that, because I am going to be pissed if you do that. Like, it would just be so typical to do that and add drama into Will's life. He doesn't need that right now. He really doesn't need that right now. He's over here heartbroken and confused. He doesn't need that. So please don't piss me off and write her in pregnant with Will's baby. I don't want it. I don't want it. Let's just like be done with the whole Doc and Jackie characters this season. Don't write him into next season. Okay, next. Okay, let's get into Carlton real quick. Carlton. Last episode I was saying, oh, poo poo, and I still feel like that, but he is off the deep end, And I'm gonna need his parents, especially Aunt Viv, to get it together and really confront your son, because you know he's lying to you. You know you're not believing his story. Something don't smell right in the water, you know? She knows that, but for some reason she's trying to like believe him and see the best in him, but that's not what he needs right now. Now Jeffrey, my fave, Perry the Platypus, he already knows. He knows that Carlton, something's off. He knows that he's lying about the whole situation with his car and Connor and all that stuff. So Jeffrey, my boy, decides to invite Connor and his mom over to basically just get the truth about what happened the other night. But Carlton lied, and then Connor decided to cover for him and lie with him. So Aunt Viv, you know, she's like, oh, okay, well, I guess that was the story. But it's like, come on, Aunt Viv, I know you do not believe what he's saying. And you know, if this was Hillary back in the day, you would have got on her ass, okay? So please do not baby Carlton. Like, I know that he has a panic disorder and he deals with anxiety and mental health. I get all of that. Like, I think that is super relatable. I get that. But he is not a baby and he needs help right now. He needs help. He is spiraling out of control. And if you don't focus and get him together and get him like in a rehab facility, I just feel like something really bad is gonna happen. Like he's gonna overdose or something like that. Like, I just don't want anything bad to happen to his character, because I really do like the core of Carlton's character. I really, really like sometimes he's one of my favorite characters, because I just really like I think that he's super nice. I think that there's such a nice element about him that I really enjoy seeing on screen, but he is out of control. Connor, such a bad influence. Just, I hate that character. I really do. I want that character to be thrown away as well. Don't want to see Connor in the 3rd season, hopefully. I hate that Will and Carlton are at odds and are not speaking to each other. Like, it's really sad. Hopefully they can get it together and, you know, become best friends and close cousins again. Carlton really did hurt Will, and I get Will. Like, at first I thought Will was being a little over dramatic, but honestly at the end of the day, it's like, damn, like, once again, you're not trusting him and you're not believing in him. So I get why Will is sad about the whole video situation. Hopefully they can get over that and like really be there for each other, because I think they both really need each other. They're going through completely 2 different things, but they both need each other. So yeah, like, get it together, you know, cousinly love, all of that. Like, all right, next. Okay, real quick, I was so happy to see Ashley this episode. Every time we see Ashley in an episode, in scenes, it's always a treat. I love her character. I've said it time and time again that we need to see more of her. So we were able to see a little bit more of her, a little bit more of a fun side. I like that she had like that moment with Hillary where Hillary was like, I know that like you're smart and you're ambitious and you want to change the world and all of that, but like, don't forget to just like smell the roses and have fun and be a kid and all of that. And I think that's really important. And that was really important for Hillary to say to Ashley, because I do feel like she is like going to be like an activist. Like, that's what they're kind of gonna write her as. So it is important for her to just like have fun and be a kid. So I always love the Ashley scenes. I always love Ashley reading Hillary, because she's just like the best at it. The Queen of Shade is what I call her. And, you know, she peeped that Hillary, you know, is not over Jazz, and she was stalking him on Instagram, and she told her like, hey, like, go to his event. You miss him clearly. Like, why try to fight it? Just like go see him. He clearly misses you. So like stop playing games, just go. And I love that. I love that sister moment. Even though Ashley's younger than Hillary, she could still give her great advice. It kind of reminds me a lot of me and my little sister, because my little sister is 8 years younger than me, but she always gives me like really great advice, like even like in my love life, which is crazy. So I just love that moment. Like, it's so cute. Love Ashley, love Hillary, love those scenes. All right, next. Okay, let's get into the drama. Okay. Let's get into the whole Hillary, LaMarcus, Jazz situation. All right. So, you know, Hillary is my girl. So, I'm always hyping Hillary up. But I'm gonna have a talk with my girl today. So, Hillary, come a little closer. We're gonna have a talk. Okay. 1, Hillary, you know that you don't really like LaMarcus like that. Like, I think you care for him, and there is a lot of love there because that was her first love and all of that stuff. When she really gets down to it, I don't think she really wants to be with LaMarcus. Like, I don't think that she likes him like that anymore. But I think she's kind of caught in this weird position because he is being so sweet. Everything he's doing for her is very kind, it's very giving. So I understand like how she can feel, and like if a baller was doing all that for me too, I would be like, I'm intrigued. I get it. And there's a lot of history and feelings there. But honestly, at the end of the day, I just don't feel like they're gonna work. Part of me still feels like he's doing this to win her back, but it's not really genuine. Like, I don't feel like it's super genuine, and he like really believes in Hillary as like the boss Hillary. I don't know. Something is just like, are you really genuine with everything you're doing? But I'm not sure. Like, we haven't seen too much of the guy, so I honestly don't want to judge him too hard, but I don't think that they should be together, and I'm not on board. But he is being very sweet, very kind, and like I understand how she can be feeling like in that weird situation, like what should I do, because he's giving her all the things. So I get it. Okay, now Hillary, girl, you deciding to go to Jazz's event, and then you walk in, and then as soon as you walk in, you see Jazz dancing with a group of ladies, and you get mad and immediately walk out, was so immature. Yes, I'm talking to you, Hillary. And like, do you guys feel like that was immature? Because I feel like that was so immature. Like, okay, Hillary girl, you were at that football event with LaMarcus. He was picking you up the whole time, saying, you know, sweet little things in your ears, kissing you, doing all this, like mad flirtation vibes. And if Jazz would have walked in, that would have looked wild. One, you're broken up, so it doesn't even matter what y'all do because y'all are broken up. So like, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. But what I'm saying is, you walk in and see him dancing with a group of girls, and you get mad when you were over here getting picked up and LaMarcus was flirting with you all day. So how can you immediately get mad? Like, you didn't even try to talk to him. It was so immature. It was just such an immature situation. And last episode, I blamed Jazz for the whole breakup, and I stand by that because he was being very insecure, and all his insecurities were ruining the relationship, and I stand by that and all that stuff. And you know, you had your moments too that weren't okay, but this situation, you're being mad and immature, and honestly, like, don't even play my boy like that. It's annoying, and it's just sad because what she doesn't know is that Jazz was looking at the door the whole freaking night waiting for her to come. I wish he would have just stepped up and like text her and be like, I really want you at this event, because I think that would have made a difference. Right when she left, he turned to look at the door for the millionth time, and she was gone, and he didn't even know that she came to the party. She ended up going back with LaMarcus, and honestly, it was like, now he's just a rebound, and it's gonna get really messy because you're not over Jazz. So even though like you might go with LaMarcus now, you're not over Jazz, so it's not gonna work. I did really like Hillary and Jazz as a couple. I do still in my heart want them to get back together. But you know, I don't know what's in the cards for them because I am tired of betting on this couple because they disappoint me every time because either one's being immature or the other one's being immature or they're both being immature. So honestly, I'm over it. Like, I'm over it. I'm not going to bet on this couple anymore. Hopefully they get back together. But if they don't, they don't. If they do, they do. But I still want to see more Jazz. So that's just for me. Okay, next. Okay, so let's get into the very end of the episode, which is Uncle Phil and Jeffrey confronting Doc about the whole shady business situation. And you see that Doc, you know, reveals to Uncle Phil what's going on with his old partner and how he's threatening him and all of this messy stuff. So obviously now Will is in a pickle, and Uncle Phil, being the great uncle he is going to help, but now it's getting really sticky and really, you know, sketchy, because Doc is probably gonna need Uncle Phil to do something illegal, and I don't want Uncle Phil to do that. Like, I know that Uncle Phil got Will out of those gun charges, but like, I don't want Uncle Phil to do anything that's gonna put his career or reputation or anything like in jeopardy. So I don't know what Uncle Phil is gonna have to do, but unfortunately he's gonna do it to help Will. But hopefully he can throw Doc under the bus at the same time, because I really don't want him to help that man. Like, he's gonna help Will, and at the same time it's gonna be like helping Doc, but I hope he throws Doc under the bus at the same time, because Doc is just shady. And now he just, because Will, with his big mouth, letting Doc know that his uncle helped him with the gun charges, now Uncle Phil has to clean up this mess, and it's so unnecessary. So I don't know how Uncle Phil is gonna do it, but it's really like, it's just giving a lot of drama, and it's giving like real scary, because I just don't want anything like bad to happen to Uncle Phil. Hopefully Uncle Phil got it. Between him and Jeffrey, like, I'm not too worried, because like they make things happen, so I'm not too worried. But I hate that Uncle Phil even has to be put in this situation. But yeah, we shall see. It's a lot of shadiness, but that is pretty much all I have to say about episode 9. I cannot wait for episode 10 this week. That's all I have for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I always have a great time making these videos for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my new videos, because we're gonna do episode 10 soon, and then I have other great videos that I'm going to be putting out. So hit that notification bell and make sure you are up to date on all of my stuff. So that's it, guys. Until next time, remember, you are beautiful, you are loved, I love you, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye. Mwah.